Hey guys, today I want to talk about power banks and whether you can take them on a plane or not, and how much can you take on a plane, because some sizes are not allowed on a plane and some sizes are. Some airlines will allow you to take more amperes per hour if you call up the airlines and check with them. But the max on most planes for international flights is 27,000 mAh. Okay, some airlines will allow you to take more if you check with them and check to see if they will allow it. Some do, some will not. So you want to be careful about that, so they will not take it away when you're going through all their check-in process and all that, through the customs and all that stuff, and they're checking you, and all of a sudden, and you want to have that in your carry-on only. Do not put it in your pack, the luggage that's going to be checked, because they will look for it and they'll take it out and they'll take it away. Put it in your carry-on luggage so that you can charge your phone on the trip to the Philippines or wherever else you may be flying, and you'll be all set. You know, me myself, I carry a 20,000 mAh charger, okay, and it works great for me. That power bank is phenomenal, and my power bank has a built-in ionizer. So when you're on the plane and all those germs are floating around you, it's built into it. It has the ionizer built into it, and you would never know that it's there. It just has these little louvers on the side, on each side, and it's kind of great having that, because it cleans the air in the airlines, and it takes care of germs and stuff which are coming out of they're getting blasted at you through the AC and all that. So it's kind of nice to have that. So if you can get that type, hey, more power to you. Some don't. Most of them, the majority of them, do not have that. Mine just happen to have that. It's kind of great having that. And some of the airlines, by the way, do not allow ionizers, but this here is built into it, and you can barely see that it's even on there. And some airlines do allow ionizers. They won't even stop you. You walk through, you got the thing on your neck, they don't stop you. I've gone on planes and I asked them if it was okay. They said, yes, sir, it's fine. It's okay. So I was like, okay. And I walked on the plane and they let me on, and that was that. So I mean, it depends on the airlines too. You might want to be careful. Call them in advance. If they say no, then just get a regular power bank and don't have that in there. But every time I've traveled on a plane and I had my little one on my neck, my ionizer, which isn't a charger, by the way, it isn't a power bank, by the way, but when it's, that's different than having it in there. But some airlines will not allow you to have some of those little gadgets that we like, and some will. It all depends on the airlines themselves sometimes. So be careful, because you could be sitting there and maybe the stewardess will come up to you and say, sir, you can't have that going while you're on the airlines, or you're not supposed to have that. So just be aware of what you have going, what you bring with you and stuff like that. Check with the airlines, check with their rules and regulations, because some airlines are more lenient than others, and some of them, like I said, 27,000 mAh is what you can bring for a power bank. Now you can bring ones higher than that, all the way up to 43,000, if you ask the airlines. Okay, that's key to remember. That you want to make sure that you ask the airlines. But I would stick with 25,000 or less, because you really don't need that much. If to take care of your battery on the plane, just make sure your battery on your phone is charged before you leave, or charge it while you're sitting in the airport. Don't be sitting there playing on it all the time when you're waiting for the plane or whatever, because you're gonna deplete your battery. And guess what? Like some people are gonna need that battery later on, especially when you're coming to the Philippines, because guess what? When you get to the Philippines, you have to have your One Health Pass on there, and if your battery's dead, your One Health Pass is going to be useless to you, because you can't even start your phone up. So you have to wait till you charge your phone up so you can show them your One Health Pass. So you need all that stuff, guys. So be careful. Make sure you have your wits about you. That's why you want to have that power bank with you, and also you want to make sure you have 2 or 3 extra cords with you, because sometimes the cord doesn't work or whatever, or it dies when you're on the flight or something. I've had that happen before, and I had to borrow somebody else's cord. It's not fun. So you want to make sure that you have your wits about you when you're traveling. If you're sleeping, shut down your phone. If you're going to be on the flight and you're not going to be using your phone, shut it down. What I tell people is, when you're traveling, it's the best time to upload a movie to your phone. If you have enough room on your phone, upload a movie or two that you've been wanting to watch, from Netflix or what have you. Download it to your phone or whatever, so you can watch it. You can sit on the plane, you can watch your movie or whatever, and bring your earbuds, your cordless earbuds, and make sure that those are fully charged, and you bring the charger for those too. So that way that you can sit and watch a movie in peace. You don't have to worry about watching a movie on the flight that you might not like or what have you. That's why it's great to have a great power bank with you, and load all this stuff onto your phone before you go. Make sure your One Health Pass is all ready to roll, and make sure you have a good power bank, like I said, for your phone. But don't go over the 27,000 unless you call the airlines in advance and say, hey, listen, I got a 40, or I got a 35, or I got a 30,000 mAh power bank. Can I bring it? They might say no. And remember, you can only have it in your carry-on luggage. That is key. And you may want to bring a little fan with you or something. They might allow you to bring that fan. Call the airline. Say, hey, listen, if I bring a small fan about the size of my hand with me, is that okay if I bring that? And some airlines might say yes. And then you can have a little fan on the little table in front of you or whatever. You know, you can sit there. Most of the times the AC that's on the airlines is enough. I mean, I'm usually kind of cold. But also, guys, you may want to think about bringing like a baby's throw over you. And just bring that to cover yourself. You know, you can get baby throws. You can bring an adult throw if you want, but the baby throws are small. They're much more compact. You can carry it in your carry-on easier. It compacts easier, so your bag isn't that bulky. You can just throw it over you, and you can kind of stay warm, because sometimes it gets too cold on the plane. When you're traveling for, 10, 15 hours or so, that's a long flight. You want to make sure that you're comfortable, you feel good, and that's why I say it's nice to have a fan with you if you get too hot, or and have those movies along with you, all that stuff. Bring some snacks with you, throw some extra snacks in your bag. Just be careful about liquids, guys. Make sure you buy the liquids in the airport. Get a couple of extra things of water if you want. So get an extra Coke to take along with you or something, or a ginger ale, or cranberry juice or something to take along for the flight that you may want, and maybe some mints too, so when you get off the plane. And also just carry a thing of cologne with you. After traveling for 15 hours, you kind of stink, and you may want to have some cologne or some wipes with you that you can wipe. And I always carry those in my bag, because you get sweaty, you get stinky, you can always wipe yourself down. And that's a good thing about carrying wipes with you. And remember, when you get to the Philippines, you're going to need those wipes anyway, because when you're traveling around the Philippines, there's no toilet paper in most places. You have the little bidet thing there to wash your rear end, and those wipes come in handy, or bring some toilet paper with you if you want. But the wipes come in handy for that. I know it's kind of gross to talk about that on here, but bring that with you. Those wipes, they'll come in handy. Trust me, you'll thank me for that later. And and it's great because you can wipe your face when you're sweaty or whatever. And bring a little towel with you in your carry-on backpack or whatever. Okay, have that with you so you can have that, and you can wipe your face if you're sweaty when you're waiting in line in customs or something. Because when you get off the plane here in the Philippines, you're gonna be sweating. We picked up a couple of guys. By the time they came out of the airport, because they had just got off the plane, and they hit that humidity after being on an air-conditioned plane. They hit that humidity, man. It looked like the guy already took a shower. He was soaking wet from top to bottom, and I've seen that with a few of the guys that get here. So I mean, be ready for that. Have a little towel with you. Have some wipes with you. Things like that. Those things will help you. It'll make your life a little bit easier on your first day here, and also on your trip here. God bless, guys. Take care.